Char. If you're lucky, you're going to be able to see. Oh, you are lucky. Look, Nick's running around here. So I'm recording this from the floor today because he's gone. He was home for a little bit by himself. Now he's running around playing. So let's talk about opinions. Seeing a lot of chatter and chitter about people getting upset on what other people say about them or they think about them, and it goes back to work. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. But words really do hurt you. And at the end of the day, especially when they come from people who are important, or they are said in ways that are meant to hurt, and they do. So this is what I've always taught my kids about what opinions are worth. And opinions are worth what you pay for them. So if you didn't pay for it, make sure you don't buy into it. Now you can go and hire some advisors or some people to give you their opinion and to guide you through investment products, through life strategy. But if people are just sharing their opinion with you, you need to remember that opinions are not fact or knowledge based, okay? These are their thinking or their beliefs. The root of the word opinion is Latin, and it's think or belief. So that has everything to do with the person expressing the opinion. It has nothing to do with you. And so opinions are only worth what you pay for them, so don't buy into it. And think about how different your life might look if you decided you didn't care what other people thought of you. You only really cared about what you thought of yourself. And in order to do that, it takes courage. And a lot of courage at times, especially if you're going against the grain. And when you look up the word courage, the root word cor is Latin for heart, coronary, all of those other things. And so it takes courage, and you have to go inside, and you have to have that conviction inside of you that has you on, it gives you conviction to push through adversity. And so no matter what somebody says about you, when you understand it's their opinion, it has nothing at all to do with you. Their opinion is their thinking and their believing, nothing at all to do with you. Let me share a story. A few years back in 2008, I did the high-V triathlon. Now at the time I was a lot heavier. I was like 270 pounds. I'm 5'4", so there was a lot of weight to be carrying around. And when I had shared with everybody that I was going to do the high-V triathlon, so many people thought I was crazy. They made fun of me. They said I wouldn't be able to finish. And it was a commitment. I actually aligned with a team through Teams and Training that benefits the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. And as a side note, if you're looking for something to get your attention that's very healthy, look into them. They have 3 different events, marathons, triathlons, and you bike 100 miles around Lake Tahoe. And you do a lot of fundraising, and you become part of a team, and it's fantastic. But when I said I was going to do this triathlon back in 2008, you have to know at the time my experience of swimming was with a swim diaper between 2 boats, maybe with an adult beverage in hand. So that was about all the swimming that I could do. And so the idea of swimming 1 mile, you bike 25 and you run 6. A lot of people, I had a lot of critics, and I had a lot of people who didn't think I would finish, and they also made fun of me a little bit, but it was a great thing for my kids to see. They complained going through the process because it took about 6 months to get trained, and every single day there was something that we had to do, and go to Grays Lake, or we had to go to Urbandale High School for swimming. And it was a commitment that I made to myself, and then even bigger to this team, and followed it through. And I'll tell you what, on the day of the triathlon, one of my biggest critics was right around the shoe of the finish line, who said at the very beginning, "You'll never finish." And so when I came around the end and I'm getting ready to go through the shoe, and that person was standing there, I was able to look at him and say, "This is what not finishing looks like." I went over that finish line, and I could tell you, all the crowds were roaring because you've got people on both sides, and my kids were in the stand. And out of all that noise, I could hear my children's voices cheering and encouraging. And so sometimes when you are buying into other people's opinions and they become more important than what your own convictions are, you need to realize that's a waste of your time. Opinions are only worth what you pay for. Nip's eating the stand right now. And you didn't pay for anything for them, so just wipe them off and walk away. You're not invested on any of that. Brene Brown has a YouTube video out. If you haven't seen it, love this woman. But she has one out that says, "Why your critics aren't the ones who count." And in it, she references a little blurb from Theodore Roosevelt, which is one of my favorites. And I want to read that to you. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deed, who knows great enthusiasm, the great devotion, and who spends himself on a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who, at the worst, if he fails, at least while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. And so usually the most opinionated people are the people who aren't in the arena. They're the ones that are in the stands just watching. And as Brene Brown said in her speech, if you're not in the arena with me, we got nothing to talk about. I'm not here for your entertainment. I'm here to make a difference and show what's possible. So the next time somebody gives you their opinion, think about this speech, go watch Brene Brown, and pull up that speech from Theodore Roosevelt, because all of those are things that have fed me through the months, and you'll realize that your convictions are stronger than any opinion that somebody can give you, and if it's not positive, they shouldn't be giving it to you anyway. So you guys remember, hope you pulled something from this. If you did, go ahead and share it, and if you didn't, maybe I'll catch you tomorrow. Remember, we're all connected. Don't ever forget that. We're all powerful. Go love somebody today. Bye. I'm going to love Nip. I'll let you see him real quick. He's so cute. He's the cutest dog in the world.